And we're back. We have, what do we have here? 2013 Ford Edge, and we are going to be doing a drain and fill of the coolant system. So let's cover some ground rules here. So you always, let me rephrase that. I always like to use the manufacturer coolant in all my vehicles. Whether it's this, we're going to want to use a Motorcraft product. Now here's the thing on this. It says we need to use the Motorcraft Specialty Orange engine coolant. Now, the orange coolant has been discontinued, but upon all my research, the Ford yellow coolant is the next latest and greatest thing for this thing. And the best part is it is backwards compatible with the orange stuff. Don't ask me how that works, because I don't know. So what we're going to do is we're going to drain the system. And we always want to make sure, if we do any type of flush or anything like that, we use only distilled water. I've heard that it reacts, if you just use normal tap water with all the minerals in it, reacts not good with the new yellow. So we're going to use distilled water to do that. And then we're going to fill this system up with fresh yellow Motorcraft coolant and hopefully extend the life of that water pump that's internal in that motor. So without further ado, let's get started by first removing the cap on our cold engine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go underneath and drain the radiator. So we're underneath the car and we got this little splash shield right here. I don't want to remove, so I think we'll be okay. The white guy right there. Let's see if I can touch it. That guy right there. So we're going to get... Woo! Oh, I thought that was going to work. It's a 19 millimeter socket. There we go. Just slipped it right over the white guy. We got a catch bucket underneath it here. And I'm just using a little baby ratchet. Because I don't want to break anything. It's just little. And there we go. Woo! We're going to sit there and we're going to let that orange drain out. And then you can see we have a couple streams coming down here because I didn't take that splash shield off. And we're just going to let that drain. And then we'll be right back and we'll refill the system. Everything's still draining. And if you see, our reservoir's empty. But you can hear the chugging and everything. It's just kind of getting everything out. I did come over here and squeeze our output line. So if you look down under the hood here, get my shadow. You got this line on the right. That goes over here to your thermostat and through everything in the motor. And then we got this line coming back this way. That's the line that comes out of the block. Now, I'm just doing a drain and fill on this. I'm just going to drain as much as I can. I'm going to refill it with the new yellow coolant. Going to cut it down 50-50. And I know I'm not going to get everything in the system, but that wasn't the goal, seeing that this is backwards compatible. So we're okay there. And then I'll just come revisit this again, probably, I don't know, 10 or 20,000 miles, and then just do another drain and fill. And, we should have almost every bit of that orange coolant out and just have all the new yellow concentrate. It's not concentrated. The yellow coolant back in the system. Now it's funny, every now and then I could hear it goes through a burp and more comes out, which is good. So we're gonna let it sit. We're gonna let it drain, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna fill the system. All right, we got all drained out. That's gonna drain out. I just mixed this one 50-50. Used 2 gallon containers here. That's what the yellow looks like, and it's yellow all right. I just used my distilled water jug, so I can mix up 2 gallons here, super easy. So we're gonna go back underneath. We are going to tighten up the drain plug for the radiator, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill our bottle here. Now, this is just something I do. This is my sister's car. She does regularly dealer service it to get the oil changes and stuff. So just so people know, you know, Motorcraft yellow installed, and then I put the part number, the VC13G, on there. That's just right here in front. So that way, any tech that comes in and looks at it, they'll know we've got the correct coolant in there. So there's no question if they're going to, you know, screw it up. Oh, I'm dropping you again. Okay. So we just left the ratchet there. You can tell, you can just really just kind of get this guy going by hand. Go. It is plastic, so all it takes is a snug and it's done. So we got our icky coolant here. We got that tightened up. Let's go back up top and let's top off our overflow, and then we'll start the bleed. All right, now I can guarantee through the power of the YouTube, everybody is going to have an opinion on this of how to bleed this system. So this is what I'm going to do. Take our coolant. We're going to fill it up. We have our cold range. And then we have our, it doesn't have a hot fill range on there. So our cold fill range is right here. Can we see where, yep, we can see where I'm pointing to. Right here. We're going to fill it up. This cold fill range. Probably just going to fill it up to the top of the numbers there. Letters there. We're going to run the motor, warm it up, get the thermostat to open. Then we're just going to keep an eye on this and keep checking it and refilling as necessary. There's one. It's 1 gallon, and we got it to, what, there? So, that tells us something. Now I've already cut this 50-50. Of course, the foil makes it spill. Okay, went a little higher. It's not going to hurt anything. Let's put our cap on. So currently we're to there. So let me open the garage door. We'll get this thing started. Already got it warmed up. I still think there's some air trapped in the system, so what we're going to do is we're going to go take it for a ride around the block and see what happens. So it did come down. We were about up to here. Came down to there because we did overfill it a little bit, you know, expecting we're going to get some bubbles and stuff to come out. Our cold fill, it's on, you can see the numbers on the side, but it's about right there where the tip of my finger would be. So pretty much right at that seam is where the cold fill is. You know, I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. We drained out, I don't know exactly, but I used a gallon and a half of coolant going back in. And so we took that off and we're getting some suction going down, which is good. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna run this around. Next oil change that we do on this, what we'll do is do a drain and fill again. And you know, that's just easy DIY driveway stuff. So we're not, you know, trying to drain the system completely, undoing hoses, radiator hoses, and things like that. This is just a quick and easy way to do drain and fill. We'll do that a few times, and we'll probably have 90% of that old coolant out of there. We got the new stuff in there, the new Motorcraft yellow installed, which again is backwards compatible to the orange. So anyway, if you guys like what you saw here, please give us that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see y'all next time.